How do you sum up his career to date?
Phenomenal. To see what he's been doing, and again, to get to 300 and not actually limp there, he's in All-Australian form again. So to see what he's done over the last couple of years, he's been a magnificent leader. He's an icon of our footy club, which I'm proud to have a small part in being part of.
And nice that your boys can be out there and learn from him while they're
Absolutely.
learning their journey.
Absolutely. It was a no-brainer for them to come here because you've got players like Zorks and Ryan Lester and Harris Andrews, all these experienced players that put the team first, and great mentors and young men to learn off. So couldn't be happier and prouder of what they're doing.
Can you do a bit of a compare and contrast for us, the Zorks you remember back in those early days to the Zorks you see now?
I think he's always been super competitive, and I think that's what set him apart over a long period of time. You have to be, it's a hard game, and the game's only got harder over the years, so for him to still maintain that super competitive edge, and he's a more rounded, obviously, player now with maturity, great leader, great team player, and playing at the highest level, so all kudos to him, and I'm so glad he's done it.
And how do you reflect on Zork's career?
Incredible. I think he's shown right through his career from the start when he was overlooked. Enormous amount of resilience through different stages of his career. I think he should be exceedingly proud of what he's done at all stages, and even in the recent couple of years, to evolve his game and go back to halfback and be probably the elite halfback in the competitions. Testament to his resilience and his talent.
If you had to pinpoint it, what do you reckon are his best attributes on the field?
On field now? Well, one is a competitor, and we know that at times competitors can go over the line at times, but his best asset at the moment is aggressive kicking off halfback. I think that's what we've seen at different stages of games. He's got the confidence to keep going for it, and that's one of the big assets that the Brisbane Lions have got. So when they need an aggressive kick into the corridor and start a bit of forward momentum, he does it beautifully. So yeah, I think that's the thing teams need to watch when they come up against Brisbane. One, how do you stop Harris Andrews? Two, how do you stop Dayne Zorko's kicking?
Lynchy, do you see comparisons between the champion
Me
side?
and Dayne.
The kicking, perhaps? The champion side that you're a part of and this current Brisbane crop?
Well, in some ways, yes, because you've got a tight-knit group that's come through together. Now, Dayne saw the evolution of the Brisbane Lions coming through from losing talent, not being able to retain talent, certainly not having a lot of local talent, but then evolving under the leadership of Dayne and Chris Fagan. And that was similar to us. I mean, what was that, 1998, I suppose we were at the bottom of the ladder. We had to rebuild. We had a coach come in, Lee Matthews, set the agenda and gave great clarity and support. And so we were able to turn around there. It's what these guys have done as well. And you just see on every line there's enormous talent, but it looks like there's enormous trust and respect for each other as well. So what they've been able to do is incredible. And I must say, I think the final siren last year in the grand final, Dayne was just in front of me with his celebrations, and it was one of the greatest moments in my football life, is to see on the back of what they've been through, that sort of moment was exceptional.
As a leader, particularly through the leading years as well, how important was it that he saved the club when people were leaving and he probably could have left as well?
Yeah, and that's you've got to stop that cycle, and so you need players to hang in there. And so it was a combination of a lot of people on and off the field, and Dayne was certainly at the top of that. And I think so his resilience to lead through difficult times, to stay, to encourage others and empower others, I think it was a massive thing as well. And even like a sign of his leadership is when he's handed in the skipper's title as well, to contribute so much. So like maybe he wasn't captain for the last couple of years, but he's still leading on the field, and probably he's leading even better. So that was an important part of his career, not only what he was doing off halfback, but the way he led without the captain's title.
One of the reasons Dayne said he's signed on for next year is that he's obviously chasing more premierships and hoping to join your golden era with 3. Do you think this team are able to achieve that?
Oh yeah, they're capable, and I firmly believe, even though they've had probably ups and downs throughout the year, I think their best is the best in the competition. So they're in that discussion. I mean, this season's wide open. A number of teams can win it, but yeah, they should believe. They would believe after what they did last year and in big games this year. So they should go into this, really determined that they've got an era, they've got a window, and for them to have ambitions of getting 2 or 3 under their belt is realistic.
Is it that belief? I mean, when you guys were winning your 3 in a row, you weren't the top side. Port Adelaide were pretty much first all that time, and you were always there, but then did it when it counted. It's similar to Brisbane this year. They haven't really been top.
Yeah.
It's been Adelaide and Collingwood for a lot of the years. So is it that ultimate belief as a group that no matter who we're playing, whatever day it is, we can get it done?
Yeah, and it becomes more so about what you do and trusting your teammates and knowing that on big stages you can get it done. Yeah, so absolutely, we didn't finish top in any of our years, but we knew on big days I could trust Craig McRae that's playing next to me, or Daniel Bradshaw this side, or Acker or Brownie, who had this enormous trust, and it appears from the outside that's what these guys have. So you almost got to double down on that when you get to finals, and they can do it. They've just got to trust each other, and it could be a big month again.
Your game's record's under threat now with Dayne playing on next year. What do you think of that?
Yeah, he's not slowing down, is he? So he's looking fantastic, and I the way he's playing at the moment, I wouldn't have thought next year would be his last year. It's been a real testament to the way he's obviously prepared himself and continued to develop his game. And the last couple of years going off half back in the way he's obviously attacked that role and relished that role. It's been great to see. So he's not slowing down. He's doing a great job.
You got to play 2 years with him very early in his career. Can you speak to that Dayne compared to what you see now?
Yeah, it's probably fair to say he's matured a fair bit in that time. Look, he came into very energetic, obviously quite very talkative, boisterous young fella, but with an amazing skill set with the ball in hand. What he's been able to do from word go has been quite remarkable. So, yeah, he was very ambitious. You could tell that from early days. Very cheeky, but lovable at the same time. And I think his great strength that he gives to his football team is just the energy that he provides to his teammates. It's a long, arduous footy season, even when you're winning more than you're losing. And to provide the energy that he does to his teammates is enormous and has a really invaluable impact on the group over the course of a season. So that's something I admired about him as a young fella, and I can still see that from afar these days.
How impressive is it to be a one-club player as well? I mean, he was there when they had to go home 5, and a lot of troubles with the Lions through some tough years. He could have taken up an offer at another club but stuck it out. I mean, a lot of champions here today have done the same thing. So how impressive is that to stay through one particular team? Yeah,
very impressive. I mean, I know before Fags came along, the club was in a pretty real low point, and there was quite a few players that left the club at that time, and Zorks decided to stick around and help drive that next generation and help drag the club off the canvas in that time. And he's done an exceptional job. He really has. He's developed his maturity throughout that time to help think outside himself and be a true leader was really impressive, and a test of his character and a test of who he is as a person. And as an ex-teammate of his, that's what I was most proud about, seeing him mature in that role.
The fact that he's been able to get better with age, seemingly, do you think he's maybe benefited from the slower start to his career? I guess not being thrown into the AFL while his body was still physically maturing a bit? Yeah,
probably. I mean, the back end, the later start to his career is probably, no doubt, the pre-seasons that you have in the AFL world is a lot more arduous than a state league club, and those demands has probably allowed him to play a bit longer in his career. And he's learned the professional nature of what it takes to, into his 30s now for some time. It's a real testament to how he's gone about it, how he's learned to play a new position, how he's kept challenging himself. It's been a remarkable story.
Blackie, what do you think Zorks and the boys need to do to get back and perform at the same level they did last September, this September?
Well, I guess just the emotional arousal, if you like, from finals around the corner is probably what is going to start to, from here, get them going. It's obviously a massive game this week. the implications ladder positioning wise. Yep, they won it from outside the top four last year, but I'm sure they prefer to have an assault from inside the top four. So, they've proven this year, probably more so away than at home, but the big games they've relished. So this is a big game, and obviously it's a real challenge, no doubt. Fergus will be talking to the group about their home ground win-loss ratio this year, and the challenge of that for them this week against a great side and a really important game. So, they can do it. We all know the depth of ability that I've got in the team. They just, I guess, need to probably turn that switch a little bit with consistency, and maybe a bigger occasion than this weekend to get it going.
Do you see any parallels between that team in the early 2000s and the current crop to suggest another three-peat could loom?
Well, I think, as Lynch said, they've certainly got the ability there. They've certainly got the depth of talent and the capability. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So, we've got 5 guys in the under. That's 22 and under team. So the next few years, I think, are shaping up pretty strong as well. So, I think Brisbane at their best is extremely powerful. Probably is the best at the moment. So if they can get somewhere near that, I think they're going to get a good shape.
Blackie, who's the Fab Four of this team?
Fab Four. It was a Fab Five according to Luke Power. Well, obviously Lockie and Dunk's in there, Hugh. And then the fourth one, they're probably fighting for that at the moment. I don't know. Who do you reckon? Will, of course. Yeah, Bobby Levi thinks he might be in that.
No, but there's good depth, isn't there? Like especially in the midfield.
Yeah, it's tremendous depth. I mean, it's quite amazing, and actually, it actually really helps to have Lockie and Dunks and Hugh there now, obviously for several years. To have the Ashcroft boys come through and Jasper, it really enables them to develop on their own accord. And I was fortunate to have Michael Bossy and Nigel and Akka around me, and that really helped me to, I guess, integrate into the midfield role within the team, and that's been a great thing for those younger guys in this side at the moment to have.